Sup, motherfuckers? TikTok's doing long form video now. I am much better long form. I am much better with space to expand, for us to be together, for us to be together. So this is my invite. You want to stay and hang out with me for a minute? Bring some tapping to your chest, settle in. Does it feel good to stay and hang out with me for a minute? Relax your jaw, if nothing else. Let's settle into your body together. Oh, hi. Hello. How are you? I want to talk about hibernation and about nervous system regulation and about following your intuition. And I would like to discuss those from a trauma-informed space. And not just talk about it, but I want to tap together. I want to do something about it. I want to experience some of the how, not just the what and the why. Okay? Somatic processing. We're going to get in our body together. So if you're going to stay and hang out with me, 111, why don't you just put, I'm here in the comment section. Hi, where you at? Where you physically located? My name is Shante Morganderston Neto Masha. And I am in Idaho Falls, Idaho, on the dark vortex, if you will, the what is, my husband called it the trauma belt. Beltway of trauma is what Nick called it. The Beltway of trauma from Yellowstone National Park, which is like a yoni of Mama Gaia. And my weathers are sub-zero, and there is so much snow falling from the sky, and Sky Daddy is doing such a good job taking care of Mama Gaia. In that I am a galactic psychic. I am a cosmic shaman. Breathe, what do those words mean? It's okay. It means I hold communal spiritual space and energetic space. My shamanic initiation was done with a 5 Nations Indigenous medicine woman. Find out people's credentials if they ever say they are a shaman. If they learn that shit on the internet, no, they fucking not. Okay? And if you learn that shit on the internet, no, into the real world, into the 3D. I see you, fun little journey, and come here back on Earth. And I really focus on bringing people, supporting people, offering guidance, communal support, education, resources to come back to Earth, to come back into ourselves, to come back in connection with nature. Offering, if you're feeling floaty, whoa, what is this? Being in space with me, it's kind of physically intense. And part of what that looks like is if you are in my space, you are probably someone, whether you're doing it now or you have had an inclination in the past, probably someone who has experienced major dissociative episodes, maybe diagnosed with a dissociative disorder. If you are somebody who has a diagnosis for PTSD, autoimmune conditions, health conditions, BPD, narcissistic personality disorder. We vilify people with narcissistic personality disorders, and it doesn't create a space for loving healing. Just saying. Also, I'm hardcore no contact with my father, and he will never be coming back into my life because that is his illness, because I believe he is incapable of healing that. And I try to teach, I am autistic. So autistic. I didn't know how autistic till I've started getting healthy from 7 years in a deeply ill, diseased state, healing through a very ill, sick, compromised, disabled, compromised place, and learning and understanding how fucking autistic I am. I have ADHD. I am raising 2 small white men. One of which we say he has 160 HD, the places that boy experiences and the bandwidth that he has. And the other one is a Virgo, who is just love and empathy and rage and frustration all packaged in a beautiful little ball. I believe that my responsibility raising and sending white men out in the world is the greatest responsibility I hold as a human being. and I'm teaching them to hold their privilege and acknowledge and like stand in empowerment to the privilege of a system that has around them, and stand in front of people and say, you're coming with me, and say, I'm going to speak up because somebody can't. And I feel like I'm doing a fucking good job. Yeah, that's enough of my intro. Someone needed to hear about the kid thing. Yes, I am a parent. And inner child space holding is one of my specialties. So if you feel, maybe that's where we were going with this. If you feel maybe dissociative right now, or like split off right now, let's just take and bring some pressure underneath our collarbone. We're going into our sternum, relaxing your jaw. And I say I specialize in inner child space holding, that maybe there is a younger version of you that is asking for to be in this space with you. That was important for someone. Maybe there's a younger version of you. Who are we speaking to today? 9-year-olds. 9-year-olds. We are going to talk to 9-year-olds about hibernation and about following our intuition. Beautiful. Okay. So it is the middle of January right now. It is January 11th. And if you are feeling overwhelmed and very tired and frustrated, if you are feeling heavy or empty or drained, raisiny, I call it raisiny, all my juices are gone. If you are feeling that way, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling angry, you should be. We are witnessing, not a new thing in humankind, but for the first time witnessing through lenses of individual people, mass collective. You cannot use the word ethnic cleansing. Do not fucking use that word. Words have energy, but we are witnessing genocide where one group of people feels a particular priority and privilege to extract and mine and take whatever they can because they want it, and that is enough. There's very much, if what can help you understand that is like, have you ever seen The Dark Crystal? The one on Netflix that's episodic. I've actually never seen the movie, but the episodic one on Netflix, about these Skeksis that come to this planet, and they're just feeding on this planet, and it has been built into this story of that they're in charge and they decide, and they show up and they praise people who make sure everybody else stays in line for them to just ultimately feed off of the planet and take everything from the planet. It's kind of like that. There's a few people on this planet like that, and it's been a story that's been living for a very, very long time. And we have been given beautiful guidance from the divine written in the stars. And there is a science and mathematics and physics and metaphysics and bigger, more amazing intelligence than you can possibly understand in the stars. And what the stars are telling us right now is that this old way of being, this old rule of where Skeksis are in charge on the planet, and this is a metaphor, right? Helping our brains understand, is ending. It's dying. And the way that ends and the way that comes down is that everybody comes into alignment with their own job as being a person. And I think our job in being people is to love each other and to take care of each other. And I don't give a shit if you like each other, but you will love each other and you will take care of each other. And that everybody on the planet, every single human being and every plant and animal and rock and tree are all worthy of the same level of love and being taken care of. The same level of love and compassion and respect. And that is the story that is coming back. That is the story that we are remembering how to live. And so you feel sad, or you feel angry, you're feeling so many big feelings, and it all feels like too much, because the stars are telling us that this is already happening, which means the trees and the animals and the plants and the rocks and the air and the mountains are remembering this and are saying, you can't be here anymore. You must leave, for we are going to stay here and love and take care of each other. And there we go. We are all here right now. You are here right now because you knew this. You may not remember that you know it, but you knew this. You knew you were coming here to get to play this kind of game. And it's just that. It's just a game. It's just this tiny blip of time that we are humans together. That our soul, this big, massive thing that we are, is put inside this little meat suit machine. Run on an electric meatball. Just put inside of here and get to walk around and play the game for a little bit. And those feelings you are feeling are valid and an important part of the game. And today I'm going to invite you to move through some of those feelings, put some of those bags down, and instead find the light, the guidance, the compass inside of you. I think we talk about intuition, we think it's this like magical thing. It's just a compass inside of your body. And remember a little bit of truth just for today about why we picked to come here. And maybe it's a color, maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's a taste, maybe it's a smell, maybe it's a memory, but a little bit of why we decided to come here. Because on days like today, I know I'm struggling with wanting to be here and wanting to play this game. And so we're going to acknowledge that. Say, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this anymore. Say what I say, do what I do. Do what I do, say what I say. Maybe pressure instead. Relax your jaw. 12-12. I really don't want to be here right now. Sorry, we're going to stay here. I really don't want to be here right now. Being a human feels really scary and really overwhelming and really fucking loud. Breathe. And it hurts so much to be human right now. My teeth hurt from clenching my jaw. My ears hurt. The air hurts. If you live kind of place where I live, air hurts your face. And it hurts to be human right now. Maybe I've defined that as depression or as anxiety or as SI, suicidal ideation. Let's say that 13. Even though I feel this way, breathe. I'll bring you back down, I promise. I love myself unconditionally. If it feels a lot, go pressure on your hand. Maybe not too hard. You can touch. There you go. That's enough. Even though I feel this way, I love myself unconditionally. I accept myself deeply and completely. And I forgive myself relentlessly for feeling this way. Shake, drop it out. Go 1 through 10. 10 being best day of your life. 1 being you want to die. 5 is neutral. I'm like a 3, 2. If you're at a 0, you're going to check in at the end of this. If you're still at a 0, you're going to go somewhere and get help. Shake it out. Yeah. What if I don't get better? Then you're going to go somewhere and ask for more help. And it's going to fucking work out for you because you're going to follow your intuition. And it's going to be shitty in the interim, but one of the most magical stories of your entire being. Fuck yeah. Ready? Top of the head. I've been feeling so overwhelmed and shitty. It hurts to be human. I feel exhausted and drained and sad and angry and hurting. It hurts to be human right now. There's nothing wrong with me for feeling that way. This is a rational, logical, I'm on the side of my ribcage, justified human reaction to what is happening, breathe, around me. Of course I feel this way. If I weren't feeling sad and overwhelmed, pissed off and angry, I would not be paying attention. I am paying fucking attention. I am choosing to pay attention. I am willing to be present in my human experience. I'm open. There we go. I'm open to the idea to being present, more present in my human experience. Hi, body. That was a bunch of us. If you're like, wait, what? I didn't feel a shift yet. Come down to the points of your rib cage. Relax your jaw. I love myself. In this moment, I am safe. In this moment, I am supported. Oh. I forgive any shame or guilt I've been feeling. For feeling these big feelings means I am a living, breathing human being. I am proud of myself for choosing to be here and be present with myself and with my feelings. I take full responsibility for my own well-being. Snuck that one in, huh, motherfucker? What? I take full accountability for my own well-being. I've been feeling a lot of big fucking feelings. And I am going to support myself in feeling these feelings. This is me feeling my feelings. Science says a feeling can only be felt for 90 seconds. Science says a feeling can only be felt for 90 seconds. The 90 seconds may feel like 4 years. But in retrospect, and in 3D humanness, if I choose to open it, it's just 90 seconds. I forgive myself. I release myself from old stories. I am safe and supported in this moment. I chose to be here right now. I chose to be human right now. I know how to be grounded. I know how to be present. I've done the work to play with accountability and responsibility to not just my well-being, but the energy I am emitting. I'm responsible for the space I am in and the energy I'm emitting. I'm present in my body. I'm open to my intuition. I choose for things to flow easily, with joy and loving intention. Coming on your chest. Just do a numbers check-in. So I went up from a 3-2 to like an 8, which for me is not a stable number either. Where are you? Okay. we're going to tap a little bit more. You're like, Shantae, I don't feel like we talked about what I said we were going to talk about. I just set the intention, and then I got to trust what comes out of me. And every time I'm like, what are you talking about? I look up and the numbers on the phone are like, yeah, bitch, keep going. So we're doing the thing. Oh, wow. We're just coming back to present moment. I feel pulled all over the place. I want to touch on seasonal living and the how, and then we'll do a little bit more tapping to just like, where do we go from here? If you're at a really high number, like let your body just settle out. Maybe you're up on your legs, maybe do tapping. I'm assuming if you're here, you have practiced some somatic experiencing that, like, if you're feeling shit in your body, fucking move it. Take responsibility for your own well-being. Okay. It is the middle of January. We are in the middle of winter. We are meant to hibernate. I am guided so clearly to reconnect to my ancestors' way of being and coming back to deep cyclical living in relationship to the land, which makes sense because I am a land holder. I do energy work for the land. I care for 29 miles of the Snake River. That as she is more slumbering, should I be too, especially because this summer I'm doing a 4-person apprenticeship that's in person that is heavy on land work. And the stories in my brain and the external experience is that I've not had more than $100 in my bank account in the last 6 weeks. And it's just like a little individual, every time there's a bill, it's like a little individual piece of like, and it has felt very scary. It has felt very overwhelming. It has felt uncertain. And money, shit, and stability and security and sovereignty and autonomy and being seen and supported and a connection with the divine is the story I have been living for the last 15 years, is the karmic that I've been working through for the last 15 years. And Pluto is we're written in the stars, I'm assuming we're adults now or teenagers. We're having a different level of conversation about seasonal living. That Pluto is shifting in Capricorn to Aquarius. And there's a bunch of argument on different astrologers as to whether or not that's the age of Aquarius. We already started the age of Aquarius in December 21st of 2021, as far as I'm concerned. Or of 2020. We're in it's like shadow period. That this is a global revolution level transit. And that is not intended to be comfortable. And part of the being accountable and responsible for my own well-being is that where I've been called, and specifically what I have said yes to on my spiritual journey, is to go first, is to be in the front of the line, is to say that I can experience shit and I can hold a frequency and I can like ram through the ceiling with the top of my skull in some cases, to hold the frequency to and not just me, there's others too, but my personal part of it, my personal journey is to hold that frequency collectively, to open up access to it. And that I am here for collective awakening. I am capable of holding a frequency and crossing dimensional planes in a way that my bandwidth is built for collective awakening and collective space. And that is the perspective I am taking moving through this fear and discomfort, and that capitalism is does not define the security or safety or joy to me, because I am helping to build the new, and part of that new is village, it's community, it's and it's a flow. I believe that money and that resources can flow in creative, wonderful, fun ways. I believe in resourcefulness. I believe in taking advantage of all the resources available to you. We have been made to feel shame for taking advantage of resources provided for us. So I just recently applied for SNAP benefits and for Medicaid, and oh my God, it feels so fucking abundant. Like giving a key to a storehouse, in terms of hibernation. And even though this external shit is trying to tell me, must go, you must produce, you must earn your worth and security in how much you can offer into the machine, I'm saying, no, thank you. I'm fucking being and resting. And witnessing what my brain and what my programming says about the human game, and releasing any sort of pissed offness and frustration and millennial victimhood at the current economic state of things, because it's just a fucking game and I can't bitch and whine about it anymore. And I either get to like master the game and be a part of changing the game, or like just stay in my fucking pity party in my rental house for the rest of time. And I just don't want to play that way. So, and that is a full-time job right now. Like, holding that frequency is a full-time job right now. And so it is my job to just follow my intuition every day. And thus far, it is working out for me. Even things that I don't think are working out for me, like my office rent is not yet paid. And I had a dream last night that I went to my office and they had locked me out and moved all my shit into the hallway, and I woke up in a panic. I know that ultimately, like, it's going to be fine, because that's the only option. And it's going to work out for my greatest good. And if anything, I'm looking and going, oh yeah, like, I'm so grateful for that $10, for that price raising, whatever. Like, it's just showing me how much I can hold and support this building. It doesn't matter if they raise my rent, because that's been a fear the whole time I've been there. What if they raise my rent? And then I doubled my rent in November. It's a whole thing. And it doesn't mean that I don't care. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to communicate. I got to reach out to my landlord and communicate today. It doesn't mean that I don't show up, that I'm not showing up and doing nothing for my business. I am doing things for my business, but I'm doing it on flow of what my intuition tells me, because I didn't work for 2.5 weeks. And then the day I was like, okay, let's go do it, I made $1,400 from basically a single text message. That the universe was like, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. And then a lot of that was in cash, which is a different currency in the game. You know what I'm saying? Honor your fucking intuition. If you're tired, if you're exhausted, if you're whatever, take a nap, drink some water. You are on your own 15-year shift and 15-year cycle, so it may not be for you that, like, you need to fucking hold the frequency of hibernation right now. That may not, I'm not going to assume that's your story. I've been healing cyclical living for 4 years, and I'm holding a frequency in front of going, like, fucking hibernate so that we can return to this, okay? But you have your own story that is from the last 15 years of shit you are moving, and you are in, like, the Bowser boss level. You are in the final phase of the video game, and are you going to, like, complete the story, learn the lesson, process the karma, move through it physically in your body, or are you going to, like, about it and just play it over again? Which is fine. Do you? And it depends on age too, kind of what you're moving through. I don't know. Should do a little bit of tapping again to leave here. This felt more channel-y than things have in a while. Top of the head. Pressure. I'm doing pressure. This was a lot of information. I again feel a little overwhelmed. A little confused. A little uncertain. But in, like, a different side of the spectrum. Now it's more like, huh. Than like, eh. If my nervous system is fried, if I am stuck in fear and shitty feelings, I don't know the next move for me. If my nervous system is on panic and fear, my intuition is just pointed at safety, and all it sees is danger around me, I release the need to focus on the danger, and instead, I am finding my light deep inside of my chest, behind my diaphragm, right here. Is where I am connected to my body. And ultimately, where I settle, I can't say it, Shantae. Wording is off. Hold on. My intuition flows to me. Trauma informed. My intuition, not trying to put you in like a forced experience. I love myself. I accept myself. Forgive myself. I am safe. Fingers are going opposite. That's interesting. I'm supported. I am seen. Let's go other side of fingers. My intuition speaks to me through present awareness. And today I am choosing to feel aligned. No matter what small little moment it is, I am choosing and open to guidance, to be where I'm meant to be today. When I am on the settled space, I ask for validation of my aligning. Intuitive hips can come through feeling, can come through seeing. I'm on my ribs. Can come through tasting, can come through hearing, can come through thinking. I am open to guidance for alignment into a place that is of my greatest good, in alignment, it's fucking important, to the greatest good of all. I am choosing joyful alignment to the greatest good of all. I am safe. I am loved. I am supported. In this moment, all is well in my world. I love myself. I am worthy. I forgive any old stories, any old programming that I have been carrying. I am doing things differently. There is so much momentum behind me, and so many things lovingly looking out for me. And so it is. Amen. Coming in. Let's do a check-in. 1 to 10. 10 being best day of your life. 1 being you want to die. 5 is neutral. Where are we at? I am like a 6.2, which is right where I fucking goal to be. That's stable for me. Where are you? You have multiple answers. That's okay. Take an average of those answers. Check in with the age of those answers. Assuming you're a system. Beautiful. Thank you for hanging out with me. 33333. Exactly where I'm supposed to be. I will offer you guidance. You can either have your own signs from the universe. I'll offer you a couple. 1111. The overwhelming thing is 1111 is like make a wish, and I believe 1111 is check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like 1111 is a time to intuitively check in to see where am I focusing my energy, my thoughts, my attention, and can I choose a different option. 333 for me is exactly where you're meant to be. 555 is act alive, meaning take action. I try to choose a brave action because frequency wise, bravery, courage is right below neutrality. So if you're feeling really shitty, if you pick something brave, it automatically kicks you right below neutrality in terms of changing the way that you feel. There's some guidance. And if you would like some speaking from the universe, if you don't have your own sign or symbol that's popping up for you, you may take a B. A beautiful bee. The Got Lost Get Found logo. Thank you for fucking hanging out with me. Is this the kind of thing you like? I got some good shit coming. You can also get more of it on YouTube, TikTok, and IG. And I would love if you would come engage and play with me. And drink some water today. I love you. I'm proud of you. Okay, bye.